Hello, Tawit in the city. I'm Alex, and this is Tyler, also known as the Water Brothers, and we're so excited for you to watch the latest short film we put together about one of the most special places we've ever been, the shores of Hudson and James Bay.
We really wish we could be with you tonight to celebrate, but we're actually in Chattanooga, Tennessee at an IMAX conference where we're actually about to screen a promo clip for a documentary about Great Salt Lake that we've been working on for the last number of years. So really sorry we can't be with you tonight.
But we were so fortunate to visit Tawit on 3 separate occasions over the last 3 years to profile the incredible biodiversity and beauty of this ecosystem and all the incredible work being done by the Mushkegowuk Council, local communities, Wildlands League, and many others to protect this place for generations to come.
So many Canadians will unfortunately never get the opportunity to visit Tawit, so we really hope that this short film and others, like our episode, The Breathing Lands, will really help more people in Canada and across the globe appreciate just how amazing the Bay is and why it's so deserving of official protection.
And why it's going to be a game changer for conservation and in our climate as well. So thank you so much for coming out tonight to support this important initiative, and we hope you enjoy the video.
What I love most about this place is water. We use the river as a highway to go to James Bay. My grandfather, he used to say, respect the land here. This is a place where the birds will come and nest to have a regeneration for the birds that migrate. The water is a living thing. Everything lives by water. It has to be flowing.
This conservation area we're trying to establish, there's fish, there's belugas, there's seals, there's polar bear, there's caribou. They're always in the shoreline. And it's really important that we protect a lot of these waterways. The polar bears are adapting to eating molting geese in the summer. And they only started doing that maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I remember when biologists used to say that they're starving, but now they're in good health, so they have about 4 or 5 weeks of food that they eat during the summer because there's a lot of birds here.
We are a nonprofit Canadian organization whose mission is to protect 50% of Canada. This is a sandbar that's one of my favorite places. And this is actually going to be part of a national marine conservation area that the First Nations are leading on, and we're providing support to help deliver with Canada.
A lot of our Indigenous partners, it's part of their homeland. And so this project is about protecting like 91,000 square kilometers of that ocean. This marine protected area goes from Manitoba all the way down to like Moosonee. Now that coast is over 1,200 kilometers long. It's actually longer than Hawaii's coast. You know, anytime I tell Canadians about it, they're also pretty stoked and kind of surprised. Like, really? I'm like, yeah, we have polar bears in Ontario. Everybody talks about Churchill, but I'm like, hey, we got 900 to 1,000 here. And we're gonna do our part to help protect some of their habitat. And then it will connect with the coast, and it will connect with the peatlands and the wetlands in the inland side.
Canada actually has 1/4 of the world's peatlands. We are a peatland-rich country. We have one of the largest terrestrial peatland carbon stores in the world. Northern peatlands store 5 times as much carbon as the Amazon rainforest. The carbon that's stored here, we need it to stay here in the peatlands, because if peatlands are degraded or damaged, drained in any way, then all of that carbon that's stored there gets released to the atmosphere, and that is going to make climate change worse. And when we lose peatlands as well, we also lose an amazing store of fresh water and an amazing habitat as well for many, many different species.
Female polar bears don't stay on the coast, but they migrate 100 kilometers inland into the forest and the peatlands, where they go and dig out an earth den to have their cubs in the fall. Only in Ontario does this happen. And then they migrate back out once the pups are born in January, and they're able to travel and go back out to the sea. So there's this tangible link between the sea and the land for polar bears.
A study that came out in 2019 analyzed decades of monitoring data and found that over the last 50 years, we've lost 3 billion birds. So we're really trying to focus on bending that curve. And one of the most important things is maintaining these habitats. Once I found out about this National Marine Conservation Area that the Mushkegowuk people are leading, I just thought, this is fantastic. This is going to be a really important place. Wherever you go, the common thread is that they want to protect these homelands for their future generations. They are thinking ahead. The Indigenous conservation leaders are progressive because most of the world are not thinking about their great-great-great-great-grandchildren. But the Indigenous communities are. We need that kind of forward thinking to really guide us through these times ahead.
Getting these people to come up, universities, scientists, environmentalists, to come up here has been a lot of work. And I'm really happy that they're finally here and the tribal council's jumping at it and helping out. It feels really good. Yeah, I'm really happy.